Hi, this is Lefty Dad, and I'm going to be doing the second game of a doubleheader from 1948 with PC Replay Baseball, and it is a game between the first place Chicago Cubs and the second place Brooklyn Dodgers from July 21st, 1948. And the thing that's very interesting about this game is that the Chicago Cubs came in last in the National League, last place in 1948. Currently, they are in first place after 84 games with a record of 51-33. Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn came in second place. I'll be able to tell in a second. I can verify that. But the Cubs won the first game of the doubleheader, as you can see here, 4-3. Brooklyn got out to a 3-0 lead, and then Andy Pafko hit his 18th home run and beat Ralph Branca, who was going for his 11th win. And I don't know when Chicago's going to start losing. Again, we're 84 games into this. They're about 5 games in first place, 5 games over Brooklyn. And in fourth place are the Boston Braves, who are supposed to be the team that in 1948 really won the National League pennant. So I'm going to have the computer AI, which is excellent, manage the Cubs, and I will manage Brooklyn. And maybe I should let the computer manage Brooklyn, and maybe I would do something to make the Cubs lose. But I'm going to look here, and we can see that in 1948, the Cubs lost 90 games, and Brooklyn came in second place, or third place. I guess the Giants came in second. But we'll see how things go today. So we've got Dutch McCall pitching for the Cubs. He pitched 151 innings in 1948 with a 4.82 ERA. So he's overperforming. He's doing much better in this replay than he did in real life. So Marv Rackley will lead off for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Marv has a 302 batting average with 86 RBI, or 86 at-bats. Again, there's extremely good audio with this game, but I have it all turned off because it would be interrupt or be too distracting with the commentary here. So we have a runner on first, and we're going to see now if McCall throws a wild pitch. Actually, he's going to try to pick off Rackley, and he's not so good at his pickoff move, and he throws the ball wild. Rackley is now down to second. We don't have to worry about a double play. And Jackie Robinson, in his second year in the what had been the all-white major league, I guess there were some Cuban players and things like that. But anyway, Jackie is hitting .266 with 13 stolen bases, and he's going to have a short fly out to right field. So now there's one out. Gene Hermansky is up. He's hitting .276. That's going to be a base hit to left field, and I think Rackley is so fast, well, I guess he's not going to try to score. So we've got Hermansky, who is on for both of the runners on the corners are extremely fast as they can be rated here in PC Replay Baseball. Here's Pee Wee Reese hitting cleanup, hitting .296 with 314. Now, actually, I didn't have to. I wasn't paying attention. This is probably why I'm losing when I coach the Dodgers, because this is an orange circle here with a plus sign in it. That means it's optional. I wouldn't have had to steal, but he makes it. So if I had been paying attention and not speaking into this microphone, I would have probably not had him steal. But anyway, it all works out for the best. So maybe things have changed in terms of luck for the Brooklyn Dodgers. In the previous game of the doubleheader, Pee Wee hit a ball that should have been a home run, and just because of incredibly lousy dice rolling, he ended up with a base hit, and I think that would have made a difference. Anyway, he walks, so we have bases loaded. It's not going so well for Dutch McCall. Dutch McCall, who's from Columbia, Tennessee, 6'1", 184. He bats left and he throws left. Here's Shuba hitting 276. George is going to walk. So if you look at this 5 column in McCall, they're all 5s. That's as bad as you can be. And that's really his big weakness. And in fact, you can see that he's walked more 40 batters than he has struck out 36. Okay, now this could be another wild pitch, but he's going to try to pick off Hermansky, and he is able to pick off Hermansky. So the bad luck is back. The bad luck for Brooklyn, never too far away. Here's Tommy Brown, who he's 20 years old, and I guess he came up when he was 16, but he's not doing so great, hitting 128. But he's hit by the pitch, so Dutch is doing everything he can to let the Dodgers win. Okay, here is Bruce Edwards. Today he's catching. He can also play third base, first base, left field. And I think that's going to be a walk. No, they're doing this thing where with bases loaded, it's not an immediate walk. He's got 2 balls on him. So here we go, and this is going to be a double to center field. Right over Jeffcoat's head, and we could have Brown score here. He's not very fast, and I don't really control this, which is fine with me, because I think it's a little unrealistic to control things like you do in other games this way. And he scores, so that lucked out. It had the 2 plus 2 in this case equals 4, and 4 is the extra base sign. And of course, if you're there's many more chances to get a 7 than there is a 4, and there are many more chances to get a 4 than there are to get a 2. So he was lucky. So I don't know who is really luckier at this point. But anyway, it looks like Brooklyn is, because they're up 4-0 in the top of the first. Here is Hodges. Maybe they'll bat around. No, they won't. He strikes out Hodges. Okay, they went through 8 hitters, and now Joe Hatton is pitching. Joe, it's been a little disappointing. He had a 3.58 ERA, currently a 5.04, and he's about halfway through what he really did. With 103 innings pitched, 208 is what he really pitched. He's from Bancroft, Iowa, which I think is up by Sioux City, Iowa, in northwest Iowa, kind of a suburb of Sioux City. Here's Hal. He pops out to third base. So there's a big lead now for Brooklyn. We'll see if they can figure out a way to squander it. Eddie Waitkus flies out to right field. Left-handed hitting, left-handed throwing first baseman. Here's Peanuts Lowry. I remember a long time ago when I was a kid, Joe Garagiola was doing the color commentating on NBC Saturday Baseball, and he was going on and on about how great it was that in Major League Baseball players could have nicknames like Peanuts. So Peanuts is hitting 333, and that ain't peanuts. So Lowry is on first with a base hit. Maybe he's going to get down to second on a wild pitch. Hatton is not too bad. Oh, this is going to be a possible pass ball, and Bruce Edwards, he plays all those positions, but I guess he plays them not so great. So that's a pass ball. It would always be a pass ball with Bruce Edwards behind the plate. Now Pafko has a chance to drive in a run. He probably will. It's going to be a tough play for Robinson, and we'll see if it's and it's out. So he had a 66% chance of getting it out, and he did. Okay, Joe Hatton leads off the second. That is going to be a strikeout. Now we've got Marv Rackley up again. He singled last time. This is going to be a short fly to center. And Jackie Robinson is up. And this is going to be a ground out to Dick Culler. And we are now into the bottom of the second with Bill Nicholson leading off, hitting .239. That's going to be a fly out to right field. Clarence Mattern, who is currently hitting .250, he really hit .252, so that's pretty accurate. It's going to be a base hit to right field, right over the second baseman. Now we've got Clyde McCullough up. This guy is a double play machine. All of these ones in the 4 column, in the 2 column, and all the 35s in the 1 column. I mean the ones in the 4 column. Yeah, in the 1 column there are all these 35s. Those are all double plays. So he's an average bunter, and there's a really sophisticated hit and run formula that is used in replay, which I don't really understand, but it's better than all the other games where they just kind of have a cookie cutter hit and run situation. And there is a chart that you could study, and in fact there's an article, a PDF article that you can read about how the hit and run works in PC baseball. So what are they going to do? No, they're not going to hit and run, but he hits a single to left, so we have 1 out with the runners on first and second. Dick Culler is up, hitting .190. And he is going to pop out to the second baseman. We'll see if Joe Hatton, he's lowered his ERA below 5, and now Dutch McCall is up, and Dutch pops out a short fly to center field. So it's a center fielder who takes the play. And now we have Gene Hermansky back up, who singled in that big first inning. This is going to be a double down the left field line. Hermansky's in at second with no out, and that guy can fly. Okay, now Dutch McCall, I kind of went on fast, but PC Replay Baseball has this thing where there's a formula built in which you can look up, and if you wanted to track it, you can. Again, this game is a direct port from the board game, but if he lets another runner on, he's going to go to his B rating. So this is really a tense situation for Dutch McCall. And this is really great in the PC Replay Baseball game. I don't know of any other game that really is able to simulate or replicate the highs and lows that a pitcher goes through because of situations within an inning like this. Okay, Reese is up. He could have bunted, I guess, but it's a line drive base hit to left, and if he can roll a D6 dice, 5 or 6, he'll go to, and he does, it's a double. So there's the 5th run in, and I think, yeah, so you look down here, the early hook rule has gone into effect, like I say, because he was on the verge of that. Now he's temporarily on his B ratings. So we'll see that go into effect here. So in fact, they just take him out. They just replaced him, because if 6 runs get in, they're automatically kind of shot, and but they're not going to mess around. And Emil Kush is now pitching, and his ERA is 2.45, but it was 4.38. So all of these Cubs are really overperforming. Shuba is up, left-handed hitter, and that is going to be a short fly to left field, 2 out. I guess that's 1 out. Tony Brown is up. I could bunt, but why bunt when you're up 5-0? This is going to be a strikeout. So this guy, Tommy Brown got 145 at bats, so I'll be glad when those 145 bats are over. Here is Bruce Edwards, and that's going to be a line drive hit to left, and we have a chance for extra bases, but that blue D6 dice roll up there had to be a 5 or a 6. So 2 out, runners on the corners. Hodges is up, struck out last time. This is going to be a base hit right over the first baseman into right, and I think that Edwards is going to roll 2 dice, add them up, it's a 6. He's got an extra base on that. So runners on the corner again. Cubs are running away with it at 6-0. Joe Hatton is up. He's going to strike out. Okay, Joe Hatton has 19, this green circle up here with 19. He has 19 more batters he can face, but then it's possible he can even go on beyond that. We'll see when that time comes. Jeffcoat, great hitter, hitting 290. He might just hit one out of here. No, he doesn't. So the luck is with Brooklyn at this point in the third inning. Now he might steal. That asterisk with the yellow in the yellow circle means that if he can get a good jump, he'll try to steal. But Hatton is really good at holding runners on. Edwards has a great arm as the catcher, so he's not going to run. This could be a double down the right field line. Waitkus really hooked it right down the line. It's possible that Jeffcoat could score. It's possible he could get thrown out at the plate. No, he scores, and Hermansky may throw it away. I can't remember how. Oh, he's a kind of an average, but he's a little below average in this case. So he threw the ball away, trying to get the runner at the plate, and Waitkus moves down to third. This is what happened in the previous game of the doubleheader. Brooklyn jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and then slowly but surely the Cubs came back. And that's going to be a ground ball to third base. They're going to let the run score. So now it's 6-2. Here's Pafko up. Pafko gets another hit. I guess it's his first hit of the game. But he's always he always seems to come through with the clutch hits. Nicholson is up. This could be an error on Pee-wee. Pee-wee's a good fielder. And he gets the second out at second base, trying for the double play. Now here's Mattern, who got a base hit the last time, and he's hit by the pitch. So Hatton is a little shaky here in the third inning. McCullough is up. He fouls out to second base. So we're back to a 4-run lead for Brooklyn. Cush could probably go another inning or two. Marv Rackley leads off 1 for 2. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. Okay, Jackie Robinson, he's 0 for 2. Going to be a base hit. Line drive hit to right field. Got a chance for extra bases if that D6 roll for Bill Nicholson in right field is a 4 or 5 or 6 he's going on, and he is. Maybe he'll go to third. Yeah, he's going to run against the right fielder's arm. 4, 5, or 6, he's going to be, he holds up. Holds up at second with 1 out. Here's Hermansky going to try to drive him in. Hermansky has 30 RBIs on the season. Hermansky, he almost hit a ball down the left field line, but Pafko grabbed it. So we have 2 outs now with Pee-wee Reese. Come on. What was he, the Colonel? Come on, Colonel. Hit the ball. He's going to walk. Okay, Gene Chuba. Gene Chuba is up. He's got some power, especially against right-handed pitchers. Going to be strikeout, though. So we're still a 4-run lead. And Hatton is back on the mound now. He can face 12 hitters. That's going to be a pop out, I think, to the third baseman. Cush, let's see if they're going to pinch hit for him, I'm sure, because if you look over here, he's on his B ratings. So Phil Cavarretta is going to be doing the hitting. 248 batting average. This could be a little dribbler to the pitcher that he runs out. We're going to go on his speed, and he is relatively fast, and he makes it to first base barely. Okay, now we've got Jeffco up, and Jeffco walks. No, it's a ground ball to third. They lucked out there. They tried to get the double play. They got the force out at second, and if the luck keeps swinging to the Cubs, Waitkus is going to get a good hit here, and he hits a looping drive to Chuba. Chuba is not very good in the field, and you can see this has got to be an 11-31 for him to catch it, and it is a 45, so he does not. Jeffcoat's fast. He gets over to third. Here's an important moment of the game. Peanuts Lowry is up, hitting .335, and there are 2 outs, so it's a big moment for Hatton. And Hatton, oh man, tough play for Reese. He's got a 2/3 chance to get him out, and he does. Wow, the Colonel. Maybe he's the captain of the team. Save them. They bring in Jess DeBernick. I don't know if that's exactly, it could be like a more European pronunciation, but that's the way it looks. From Mount Olive, Illinois. He's 5'10". 30 years old, and Tommy Brown is up, trying to get all his at-bats used up so he doesn't have to play for Brooklyn anymore. Okay, there's one out. Bruce Edwards is up. There's going to be a hit to center field and maybe more. He is able to get into second. So now Gil Hodges is up. He is 1 for 2. That's not going to be a hit. It's a strikeout, in fact. And we're back to Hatton at the bottom of the lineup. He still can do a lot more pitching, so we'll let him hit. And it could be a wild pitch, but DeBernick does not throw wild pitches. So Hatton is at the plate again, and that's a strikeout. So we are now moving halfway through this game, bottom of the 5th. Andy Pafko is up again. The ever dangerous Andy Pafko. He flies out to center. Bill Nicholson. I keep wanting to call him Kid Nicholson from, I don't know if that was an early Chicago Cubs team back in the 1910, but there was a Kid Nicholson. This is going to be an extra base hit. First hit of the game for him, extra base hit. He's into second. I'm getting some kind of a spam phone call on my cell phone, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And Mattern is up. He's got a double. See here, this is what the Cubs do. They're back. They're back in the game now. 6-3, 1 out, runner on second, and Clyde McCullough is up. Can't hit into a double play because there's no runner on first. Oh man, this is going to possibly bring Mattern in, but Mattern is really slow, and they decide to hold him at third. So we've got 1 out, and you can look down here. Early hook base runner. This is going to be a big deal here for Hatton, because if he gives up another hit or a walk, then he's toast. So we've got the 8th hitter here, Color, batting 185. We'll see if he can put Color away or maybe get a double play. Color hits a lot of double plays. Oh man, because Color's a right-handed hitter and Hatton is a left-handed pitcher, he got the advantage. He got the base hit, and now Hatton is down to B ratings, so we are going to get rid of Hatton, and it is the 5th inning, so I think that we're going to bring in Minner. He still has 30 innings he can pitch. He's been really good. Minner, 240, 284 ERA. Ramsdell, I could bring in also. It's so early, maybe I'll bring in Ramsdell, and maybe my genius here for leading teams to defeat will blossom once again. Okay, we're going to bring in Ramsdell, and they've got the pitcher for the Cubs up. I'm sure they'll probably pinch hit for him. No, they're not going to, but he gets a short fly out to right field. Hermansky has a good arm, and they're going to send McCullough, who is not the catcher, and you can see there going to be a lot of, he's probably going to hold. Yeah, he holds. He decides not to test his arm, but that brings up, I wonder why they let DeBernick hit there. Maybe he's a good hitter. Let's see. DeBernick has a 200 batting average in real life. Okay, Jeffcoat is a really great hitter. He's 1 for 3, and he's going to fly out to left field. Okay, well, this is what the Cubs do. They keep creeping back. Now they're only down by 2 runs. And let's see if Brooklyn has not scored in the last 2 innings. There is a ground out to the shortstop for Rackley. Jackie Robinson, number 42, grounds out to the shortstop. Hermansky, he's 2 for 3, but that's going to be a short fly to right field. So we are back in the bottom of the 6th with Eddie Waitkus I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name. And boy, this is a terrible outfield for the Dodgers. And once again, Waitkus gets his third hit of the game. Now Lowry is up. He is going to strike out. Pafko is up. This is where Pafko would hit a home run, tie the game, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it. It's a home run off the top edge of the outfield wall. This is what Chicago does. I don't know how they do it. This is exactly the way they've been doing it all year long. And now they're going to strike out Nicholson, and Mattern is going to walk probably. And I should never have brought Ramsdell in. McCullough is up. That's going to be a ground up to the third baseman. Okay, so we're back to the beginning, back to a tie score. 7th inning, and I don't know we're going to get down to Ramsdell to be able to pinch hit for him. Pee-wee Reese leads it off. Come on, Colonel, little Colonel. He strikes out. Shuba is up. There's a base hit. No. Dobrnik is so good that he converted a base hit into a pop out to the first baseman. Okay, here's Tommy Brown. I'll let him hit. And he is penalized by the righty-righty matchup there and ends up with a line drive leaping catch by the shortstop. Okay, we'll see if Ramsdell can get through the inning. Otherwise, we may do a double switch. Color, short fly to right field. And you can see here now Ramsdell is right on the verge of getting a B rating. If he lets anybody on, now they're going to pinch hit Roy Smalley. And he's going to short fly to left field. So maybe Ramsdell will get through this, and then we won't have to double switch. But here's Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat, this outfield's so terrible, but they were able to get through it here. So now we've got the bottom 3 of the batting order tie game. I'm glad I left Ramsdell in because this game could go into extra innings, and I think we have a lot of relief pitchers though. Anyway, Bruce Edwards is going to hit against Bob Chipman, who's not a kind of player to write home about, not a kind of pitcher to write home about. But he gets Edwards out. Edwards had been 3 for 3 before then. Gil Hodges is up. Gil could get a base hit here, I think. No, it's going to be a rare play. Grounder to the hole at first base. The pitcher breaks to cover the first base as first baseman fields the ground ball in the hole. And we're going to go against the pitcher's defense rating. If it's 3 or lower, he'll be safe, but it's the absolute opposite. He's out. Okay, now we're going to pinch hit for Chipman. We'll let Carl Furillo pinch hit. Carl is hitting 280, and he's probably going to walk. Yeah, and he's fast. Okay, now I'm going to change this rating here from normal to go for it. Marv Rackley is at the plate. He's been shut down the last 3 times he's been at bat, but he's fast, and this could be this could possibly be a foul out, but Wrigley doesn't have a lot of foul space, so it's not. Okay, he gets another chance. Furillo's going to be going for it, but this is going to be a foul out to the catcher to end the inning. Okay, we are in the 8th inning, and we've got a lefty and 2 righties up, and we're going to go with Minner because he's the best one on the bullpen bench right now, and anyway, he'll be facing a left-hander, and because of that, he will kind of prevent Waitkus from hitting a home run. Oh, well, at least they hit the looping drive to the best outfielder we have, so he catches it. I mean, if we get ahead, I've got to do some defensive replacements. You can see Shuba in left, Rackley in center. They're both rated 2. The only thing worse is a 1, and they have 11s for their air rating, which is as bad as you can get. Okay, Peanuts is up. Peanuts is going to ground out to the first baseman, and Pafko. Here's Pafko. He's the guy that always destroys the teams I'm coaching. This is going to be a walk. Okay, they pitched around him. Nicholson is up. He's a left-handed hitter. And he's got power, but this is going to be a ground out to Robinson. Okay, so we are now in the top of the ninth. Tie score, Jackie Robinson. He's going to get a extra base hit. He really walloped that thing to center field. Okay, Hermansky, we got to get a run in. Hermansky is a left-handed hitter. We're going to have him sacrifice because we don't want him to somehow mess up Jackie out there at second. Okay, Jackie, it's a successful sacrifice. Jackie goes down to third. We've got him set to go for it. Pee-wee Reese is up. Good contact hitter, I think. Let's see. Well, I guess I could see here. He struck out 30 times in 316 at-bats, so I would call it a good contact hitter. He also has a really high on-base percentage this right now, 362. I bet Reese will hit Robinson in. Robinson is so fast. That's a base hit. Line drive single to right field. It could be an error. Yeah, he's a pretty good outfielder in terms of handling the ball. Okay, now we've got Shuba up. Shuba is a, well, he doesn't really hit into double plays. I could try, but he is left-handed. I think I'll let him hit away. And he does not get the runner down to third. Okay, now Tommy Brown. We're going to pinch hit for Tommy Brown with Roy Campanella. Roy's been really coming on strong. He pitched he hit in the first game of the doubleheader. I think he hit a home run. In fact, I can kind of tell here. Series stats, you can see it's tied, and in this series, Campanella is hitting 375 with 2 doubles, not a home run, but his batting average has really been coming up. It's only 222, but it had been below 200, and he hit 258 for this year, which this was his first year in the majors. Okay, Campanella's going to walk. So we still have something going. Now we've got Bruce Edwards up, but we could have a wild pitch here. Edwards is pretty good at not throwing a wild pitch. He doesn't throw a wild pitch. Bruce Edwards is playing as a catcher. You know, I could pinch hit. He hits 276 in real life, so we'll let him hit, but it's going to be a pop out to the shortstop. Okay, we go into the bottom of the ninth, and leading by 1 run, we're going to have to put in somebody for Tommy Brown, and Billy Cox is great. Now let's get some good fielders out here. So I think I didn't pinch hit with Whitman because the pitchers have been left-handed, so that's good. So I can put Whitman. He's my best center fielder right now. Except I don't. Let's see. I want to put Reiser, whatever his name is, the guy that always runs into the outfield walls. We'll put him in left. He's great. And then we're going to put Dick Whitman in center. Okay, now we've got good defense everywhere. Is Minner is the only guy we got, so he's going to have to close us out. All the rest of my bullpen, they're tired. I don't really have a great bullpen this year with Brooklyn anyway. Okay, it's the bottom of the order, or the last part of the order. So I think we can get through this. Minner, the pitcher for Brooklyn, really has, he doesn't have a lot of glaring weaknesses anywhere. He doesn't give up the long ball that easily. He doesn't walk like crazy, walk hitters like crazy. So we're going to pinch hit Bob Sheffing, who's had a really good year. He's normally their catcher. I think he caught in the first game. Okay, that's going to be a fly out to center field. 1 down. Now we've got Clyde McCullough, who is catching this game, and he is 2 for 4. But they're going to pinch hit for him with Gene Mauch. Gene Mauch, who was nothing to write home about regarding his hitting when he was a player. I mean, he was a great hitting coach and all that. Okay, he's going to pop out to third base. Oh, we're down at the 8th hitter. Color. He has had a single. He's not going to hit a home run. They'll probably pinch hit for him. Yeah, they are. Rube Walker. He's left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher, so he's not going to hit a home run either. He's dangerous, though. And he is going to... Good thing we've got those good outfielders. Good outfielders. Oh! But at 65, even the best outfielder is not going to catch that one. Okay. Walker is on first. He's not fast. They've been burning up all their bench. Can they put in a pinch runner for Walker? And they've got their pitcher up. They're going to have to pinch hit for Chipman. So they're going to pinch hit with Hank Schenz. I guess they're not going to put anybody in for Walker. Okay, 2 out, runner on first. Minner, a left-handed pitcher against a right-handed hitter. Oh, and he's going to get a line drive to left field. And he got a chance to move into third, and he does. Is he going to try to score on his arm? Yeah, he is. Ah, he holds. Oh, man. Here we are. Bottom of the 9th. Up 1 run, and the great Hank Jeffcoat. You know what? I'm going to walk Jeffcoat because then we've got a left-handed hitter. Again, I may be doing just absolutely terrible stuff here. Bases are loaded, so we're going to go for broke. Waitkus, who is 3 for 5, is going to hit, and I was brilliant. I let the right-handed hitter on first base with a walk so that we could have a lefty-lefty matchup, and that lefty-lefty matchup meant that Waitkus hit a screaming line drive to the second baseman to end the game. If I would have had that result with Jeffcoat, which, you know, it wouldn't have been the same thing, but he would have hit the ball because he was right-handed. But Waitkus, so in the end, I guess I'm a genius. Anyway, Brooklyn splits the doubleheader with the Cubs. So if you like this podcast, give me a like and subscribe to my channel because I only have 66 subscribers, which is like really ridiculously small number. Okay, well, Lefty Dads signing out. This was an exciting game, about as exciting as it gets, I guess.